So I just got back home from LA. I spent the weekend with Nelly for our 2-year anniversary, which was super nice. But I'm now back in New York City, and tell that winter is coming with the weather here right now because it is super cold. I'm wearing a good amount of clothes, but it is cold here, and I've never experienced the New York winter here, so this is gonna be a new experience. Anyways, I've been meeting with my professor, so I need to go get a coffee and then run over to her. So I think the biggest thing about college that I really had to adjust to mainly was time management. And you know, everyone was telling me before I came that I really needed to stay on top of my time and, you know, on top of what I do. But it is a big difference. You're by yourself and, you know, like you can really do whatever you want, do whatever you want with your time. Coffee has really helped with that. And if you know me, you know I love my coffee. Also, I would recommend, I've started to get vanilla in my iced latte. A vanilla iced oat milk latte. Oh my god, there's no better way to start the morning. So here I go, preaching all this time management BS, getting a coffee and everything like that. Well, I actually didn't even know that I was missing my meeting with my professor. Thank God she was super chill about it, and we were able to talk on the way back to the UC. But this is just an example of how shit I am at actually staying on top of my time. I guess it's just one of them days. Another thing that I've been struggling with in New York City is the price of everything. Everything here is so goddamn expensive. Not just my tuition, but everything else as well. To be honest, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is my first couple months living here, and my bank account's pretty down bad. Not gonna lie. And I'm gonna sell some of my clothes that I haven't been wearing that much in my closet. Some pieces I actually really like to a couple of the vintage stores out here. So thank God I was able to sell one of my vintage tees and then also my vintage hoodie, the red one, that really I could never really fit in. So thank God I was able to sell it. And I got it for $50 cash. And you might think that's a little, you know, cheap, but then I also got it for store credit. And the store credit was the big thing because I've been on the lookout for a nice Carhartt jacket, especially for the winter time here. Oh, there's a squirrel. And Nelly just picked up a Carhartt jacket, which was super nice in LA. So I had to get myself one. It's an XL, I think, but I really vibe with it. Look how like nice and baggy it is. So I wear it like this. I think the color too is just perfect. I was like, you know, everyone normally goes towards more the tan Carhartt jackets, and I was gonna do that in LA. I actually found one, but then I love this olive one. Like, it's definitely my color more, and it's more of the, you know, more faint, so I like that. So my past Parsons vlogs have been actually doing really well, in particular my first week at Parsons. So I want to thank you guys for all the love that you guys shared those videos. I thought you guys would be interested in kind of hearing like a little Q&A from my side and for you guys just to ask questions, because I know a lot of you now are people aspiring to either go to Parsons or just want to know about Parsons and our school. So I asked my Instagram story for questions, and I also just accumulated questions from other videos. And I'm just gonna answer them for you guys. Simone asks, "Hey, I enjoyed this a lot. I'm a high school senior in Dubai applying to Parsons this year. What did you do for your Parsons challenge?" So I'm actually gonna have a whole video in which I'm gonna talk through the whole admissions process to come to Parsons, because I know a lot of people like to hear about that stuff, just because the art school application is very different to your traditional like UC or, you know, like other state schools and stuff like that. So I'm going to be doing a video on that, so definitely stay subscribed. I'm going to talk through that whole process, so I got you covered on that one. Just keep a lookout for that video. Justin Lim asks, "What's one thing from Hong Kong you wish you had over there?" I would definitely say like the people. That's mostly what I miss over here. It does feel like home over here, but it's for sure like I do miss the people, and I do miss like all my friends back home. If it wasn't the people, I'd probably say the food. Like, it's not, dim sum is like nowhere in comparison to Hong Kong or any of that, and I do miss the food back there too. Not Nick Garrick, shout out my boy Nick, asks, is Parsons better than NYU? Parsons is, I don't know, it's a completely different school because it's mainly just an art school. NYU has, they have their business school, they have a whole bunch of, they're like a normal, actual, school that has a bunch of different, departments and stuff like that. Mainly we have the arts, and if you want to go into arts and stuff like that, Parsons is a really good school to go to, especially for fashion design. I know NYU's got a good film school, and they also have a good photography school. I have a friend that actually goes there now. So if you're comparing them, I think it just really depends. If you want to go, it really depends. Lifestyles, I would say the same. We're normally at the same parties, and we're normally living the same lifestyle. They're legit down the street from us. So Parsons NYU lifestyles pretty much the same. Sabrina Gross on Instagram, shout out Sabrina if you're watching this, says, how's your course going so far? Miss you too. Course is going good. We're all in our foundation year right now, so we're not actually we're not in our major, if that makes sense. We're more just doing a foundation year where all the freshmen kind of do the same classes, and we kind of just learn the conceptual thinking, and we learn all the programs that we have to use in this first year, and then we start to specialize in the next couple of years. Viola Van Duleman on Instagram, hey Viola, miss you, asks, has Parsons lived up to its expectations so far, and what's the best part about it? Parsons has lived up to expectations so far. Everything is super great out here, I'm not gonna lie. The school's awesome. The majority of my professors are cool in the classes I'm taking. Some can be really boring, but it's normal school, but other than that, I'm meeting a lot of really cool people, which I expected to, which is nice. And probably the best part about coming to this school, I would say the resources are definitely and the stuff that you have access to here are cool. I borrowed a crazy expensive camera the other day, which was nice just to use just for a day. So I definitely think the resources are part of it. They have a bunch of different 3D printers and stuff like that, and knitting studios. It's crazy over here. But probably my best part about it would probably have to be, I love my dorm. As you can see, we have 360 view, not 360, but we have a good view of New York City. So I definitely love coming to my dorm at the end of every day and just kind of passing out and chilling. Valeria Gomez, what hit you the hardest when you moved to the city? What hit me the hardest was my bank account, and how much everything is here. And of course, when you move to a new city, you go to all these shops and you go to all these places, and you're wow, this is so cool. So you want to spend all this money. Money goes by quick in the city, so that's definitely one thing that hit the hardest. Did you pick which dorm you wanted to live in? I did. We got to select 3 choices, I think, for dorms. And I chose Cary Hall as my first one, which is the best dorm. But I got that choice. So I got my number 1 choice, which was fortunate. But I'm pretty sure a lot of people do get their first choice. But in all realness, all the dorms are quite nice. Even the ones that are said to have been a lot not nicer, I think are quite nice. What's your major? My major is fashion design right now, but I think I'm gonna be changing to photography, just because I've kind of realized that I didn't have a passion for sewing and creating garments. I love making clothes and I love fashion, but I think I'd rather work, another big passion of mine is photography, and I'd rather work in that area of fashion photography where I can capture different brands and different magazines and stuff like that, and just kind of have the ability to move in between that. I just love that process of taking photos so much more than sewing and stuff too. Kati Garrick 96 on Instagram, shout out Kati, asks, city campus or college campus? I would say city campus. I feel I've been on a lot of college campuses, and they sometimes just get a little boring. There's always something to do here, so I would say city campus. Yeah, and everyone always talks about the campus feel and stuff like that. I really haven't had too much FOMO about that. We have our own parties. We have our own I'm city campus. Caleb HNSLY on Instagram asks, and this is my last question: is would you say it's worth the expense of tuition and rooms and the overall financial aspects? I mean, it really depends on the situation you're in. I won't actually know this until I actually try to apply for jobs, and I probably won't know if it was worth it until a couple of years time. If you're coming from a background where you don't have to pay your tuition and you're blessed to be in that position, yes, it's worth it for sure. If you're gonna come here, you're learning at one of the best art schools. You're probably gonna get the best network out of any of the art schools in the world, other than a lot of the other bigger ones. But that's if you look at it from that aspect of if you're coming here, yeah, definitely you're gonna be gaining something. You're gonna be gaining a lot. But the expense for tuition is super big here. It is super expensive, but Parsons is quite good with their merit scholarships. So definitely, if you need it and if you want to put effort into your portfolio, into getting into a program here, then for sure you can get more merit scholarship out of it. But all these skills that they're teaching you, of course they're teaching you to be very specialized in these areas, but you can learn them outside of art school. I'm not saying that you have to go to art school to learn this stuff, in no way you need to, but if you want to go to art school, I think it's really worth it. You gain a lot of value off of it. If tuition and money is an issue for you, I would definitely consider it, because it's a really big investment. And there are other schools within a 5 mile radius, FIT, that are also really good schools that are a lot cheaper, and you probably would get the somewhat same network. So I would definitely think it's definitely coming from the background that you have. If you are worried a lot financially, that is something to consider. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. Leave a like down below, subscribe, all that stuff helps. And comment down below what videos you'd like to see, because I'm so open to doing a bunch of videos. It was so nice to do a Q&A today, just something different. But yeah, other than that, guys, hopefully you guys like this video. Leave a comment, subscribe down below, and follow my journey. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all have a blessed day. Stay safe out there. I'll see y'all soon.